So going to Cleveland, like, of course, you get to see young LeBron.
Yep.
What could you see at that time that you knew kind of set him apart from some of those other people that he was being compared to, both in the league at that time and even other greats before?
His basketball brain. He was young, so his social brain of knowing what's going on, the ins and outs of how life is going on around him, that wasn't formed yet. Right. His views and perspective, that wasn't formed yet, but his basketball brain was amazing. His understanding of how to have basketball conversations and to interpret them to make it make sense for him.
Right.
Because what I like with Bron is that when he came in and everybody was giving him everything, he sat on the plane and talked to older guys. Talked to David Wesley.
Right.
He may talk to Allen Henderson because those guys have experienced certain things in the league as a role player or maybe as a different position player that he may not have a chance to experience or hasn't had that chance to experience yet.
Right.
So that's what sticks out to me, man. And it may sound a little bit weird, but is a guy that comes in with all of that, he takes the time to understand what's come before him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's setting himself up to be successful, and that's what he did. I mean, we 19 years later. I mean, I was his third year in the league, so we're 16 years removed from that time period.
Yeah. Yeah, longevity is crazy. So seeing that, of course, y'all get to the Detroit series, you get hurt, but of course you see you guys lose the first 2 games, win the next 4. LeBron has the, crazy 25 points, or I guess 25 out of 28 or something like that. So guys get to the finals. You know that you're playing San Antonio.
Yep.
What is that mentality like going into that series? Do you kind of okay, we got to shock the world? Is it you down on yourself even though you at the final? What's going through your mind at that point?
Well, we had some days in between, and I was getting injections in my foot before each game. So I was getting a Novocaine and something else in my foot to make it numb so I couldn't feel the pain. So we had a couple days, maybe more than a couple days before we actually played San Antonio.
Right.
So I'm I'm getting ready to get healthy. We going for a chip.
Right.
We are going for it. But I wasn't really healthy. Right. I wasn't really healthy. So, but our mindset was, yes, it wasn't necessarily going to be an upset, but we had what it took to win a series. Mike Brown, who was our coach, had just come from
former San Antonio.
Yeah. The things that San Antonio were running, we were running the exact same thing. So we understood what they brought to the table. It was a matter of how consistent we could be to actually win the series. And we played decent, right? We played decent. We didn't play well enough to win a game, but we played well enough to be in all of those games.
Right. I was going to say, you guys didn't really get blown out in any game.
No, we didn't get blown out. We didn't get blown out. And just, shout out to those guys. I mean, I played the first 2 games, and I had to shut it down. But – yeah, we were in the series, but we couldn't win a game.
Right. Hey, San Antonio, look, that they were running a pretty well-oiled machine by the time 07 got there. So following season, you move on, you get traded again to Chicago. Is that feeling any different getting traded the second time versus the first time?
No, because I needed to change.
Okay.
I needed to change. During that time, during the 06 season, I lost my brother.
Right.
So Cleveland was one of those foggy places for me. Anytime I would get on the road, I would get in the fog. Anytime I'm driving to the practice facility, I get in the fog. Anytime I'm going to the arena, I get in the fog.
Yeah.
It was it was just on me.
Right.
So I needed a change and didn't really know how to express that of what was really going on.
Right.
But riding those same roads that when I heard, that I lost my brother was tough.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at the time. So when I'm I got to get out of Cleveland. I don't know where I need to go, but I have to get out of here. It's not, anything on LeBron or the team or the city.
Right.
It's I need a change. So that's really what that was. So it wasn't anything real basketball related. I was just looking for a place where I could spread out again.
Right. Now, did you get a say so in it being Chicago, or is that just kind of where it ended up being?
Well, you kind of know. And as a player, I mean, I was making a lot of money. So a team's not going to trade for you if you're not, willing to go or you got some sort of, plan in place to make it make sense.
Right.
So I think Chicago, for me, was good because it was closer to home. You know, I love being in Chicago, so it made a lot of sense at the time.
Gotcha. So, of course, after that, you get to move on to a couple different teams. Are there any of your former teams that you feel like more closely associated with, or that you kind of identify with more than others?
Yeah, I think I'm more tied to the Wizards and then the Wizards and then Cleveland. I mean, those two teams. Even though Golden State has been great, I mean, I got great guys and I got fans out in Golden State, man. So Golden State was a blessing for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like the teams, when we talk about great fan memories and winning moments and things like that, those two teams, come into place with Washington, because I love the city so much and it brought so much. Was able to sign a deal after that. So,
right.
And then Cleveland, we made it to the finals, won a bunch of games. Play with Bron, so we were on TV all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my Nike deal because Bron was, next to Bron. They got to see Nikes next to Bron. So
there you go.
Cleveland was good too.
Yeah, we always celebrate securing the bag on
That's
the
right.
price check. So
Yeah,
gotta love that.
Yes,
So
sir.
When you got to the end, like same way we talked about like that welcome to the league moment, is there like a moment specifically where you like, okay, might just be time to hang it up?
Yeah, for me, is when I was really thinking about the next phase of like business life, of things that I wanted to do outside of basketball. And then we had another lockout.
Right.
And I was going to Orlando, and I was spending more time on my business venture that I was spending like thinking about the scouting report or going to train or going to work out.
Right.
So I kind of started feeling it at that point. It's like I'm spending more time. And then I was on a veteran deal. So I was like, I'm already making that with I did well for myself. So
right.
I'm already doing that. So I'm just really just kind of just like being here.
Right.
And that was kind of the telling point for me is like, where's my focus at? Where's my mind at? And, I'm going to be real with myself. It's not really on, playing basketball right now. Like my kids, I got daughters that are getting ready to go to high school. So like they're growing up. Like it's time to jump back into the home life and the family life and do something different.
Right. So you got 4 kids, right?
Yep.
2 girls, 2 boys?
3 girls and 1 boy.
So outnumbered in the house.
Oh yeah. We fight, baby. We fight. Right. We fight tooth and nail.
Now, obviously your oldest son plays basketball. Your daughters both play basketball. What is that like, getting a chance to be able to kind of teach them some of the things that you've been able to learn in your career?
Well, it's all about life. Like basketball's taught me life.
Yeah.
So we talk about basketball, we talk life. We talk about adversity, everything that comes with, trying to make a team or trying to accomplish a goal, to win a game. That's the same things that happens in life. So if you get frustrated with losing the game, you get frustrated when there's a challenge, you didn't complete a project, or your manager got on you for some sort of reason, you're going to fold.
Right. So
even though we do basketball, man, we talk life all the time because, again, man, I'm 42. I played till I was, 32. So I've almost been – it'll be 10 years here in January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand that you can't play basketball forever. And those are the sort of conversations that I have, not only with my son, you know what I'm saying, there's a professional league for males and also females as well.
Right.
But I had those conversations with my daughter as well.
Good.
One of the things that I've noticed is, of course, is more ballers from St. Louis making a name for themselves, and that was spoken about in the Zone show. One of them plays for the Boston Celtics, and you know him quite well.
Yep.
It's All-Star Jason Tatum. Have you worked with Jason along with his father, help building him to where he's at right now?
You know what? We've been on the court a few times,
Mm-hmm.
but I like to say I talked to Lil J through his dad because I understand about all the voices and all the comments and all the information that you have to cipher through, and I know that his pops is going to give him the right information. So we talk basketball, we watch basketball, so anything that I see on or off the court, you know what I'm saying, big or small, I mention it to Tat, to Justin, his dad, and I know that in some way he'll figure out how to get him the message. It won't be ever that, L said or Larry said. It'll just be in conversation about how to maneuver through or how to get to, point B. So I think that, we've had a hand in his development for sure. He has a good circle around him, and just happy for him, man, and proud of him that he's doing what he's doing. And he's still 23 years old, man.
Yeah.
He's 23 years old, so the sky's still a limit for him. He's still tapping into, all that stuff that that he has to come.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, couple quick hitter questions before we get you out of here, man. So, is there any team in the league that you didn't get a chance to play for that you wish you did?
I say Phoenix, maybe.
Okay.
Wow.
Phoenix, just for the fact of the weather.
Yeah.
And when I used to go to Phoenix, man, I know it's a quick hitter, but when I used to go to Phoenix, man, them guys pulling up in they drops, getting out the car and they shorts and everything. So that's a buy for me.
Not Miami, huh?
Right.
I thought you just said that one.
That's the fast. Miami would be the fast.
Yeah.
Phoenix would be the slow.
More of a slow pace.
And I'm more in that speed.
There you go. Okay.
what's up.
So, if you could give rookie year Larry Hughes any advice that you wish you had when you first came into the league now, what would you say to him?
I say keep the main thing the main thing.
Mm.
And when I say that, that's just about just going out and hoop. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the main thing and go out and hoop. Spend as much time as you can in the gym. All those things will come. You have a lot of time after you get done hooping, to experience a lot of different things that you did, in these first couple years, the first couple months.
Right. Cool. So, of course, we've seen, recent years, the whole comparison, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. You got the perspective of actually getting a chance to play with both of them. Now, granted, different parts of their career.
Yeah.
What's your outlook on that debate between who's better, who's greater between the two?
Well, if we talking like that GOAT, that everybody uses, it has to be MJ for me. I mean, Bron is special in his right. I mean, I use it as you got the jump man. So you got Jordan and the jump man. How you stand, you got the ball up.
Yeah.
And Bron just hanging on, one of those feet.
Right.
He just hanging on. I mean, he just hanging on. You know what I'm saying? But MJ is for me, he's the GOAT. His mentality, everything he brought to the table, and how he did it it rides with me. It makes sense for me.
There you go. There we go, man. Nah, this been hell of a time, man. Great time having you on. Definitely appreciate you taking time to do this. Tell the listeners, tell the viewers who watching this on YouTube where they can find you on social media.
Well, yeah, on social media, the real L Hughes. You can tap in, I think, on Instagram and on Twitter as well. But also check out the Larry Hughes Basketball Academy.
Yep.
You can also go to that website. It's lhbastl.com. The team does a great job of keeping everything up to date, on time, on target. We have a number of different programs for the young people to put themselves into. And, again, it's about building peak performance on and off the court. And this is our give back. And come check us out. Be a part of what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, again, Larry, we wanted to make sure we got you on, man. Thank you for taking the time to do this. Again, a real legend here in St. Louis, so we want to make sure we give you your flowers while we can, man. So, definitely, anytime you want to come back, man, you got an open seat.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all got to tell us how it happened.
Yeah.
All right? We put a post out.
Hey, so we can get that story real quick because this was kind of by chance. So, you tweet out. This is probably, 3-4 weeks ago?
Yep.
I'm paraphrasing here, but all local podcasts is basically like, get at me, like I want to come talk. And, of course, me being who I am, hey, I got the only NBA show in St. Louis, man. I'm shooting my shot, man. So,
which is true.
Yeah. So, the first response to me, because at first I'm like, okay, damn, like how do I reply? What should I do? And I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it. And so I quote tweeted and I tagged Arlen and I said, look, man, I started this podcast 2 years ago. I asked him when I first started this podcast, hey, man, how can I make Larry Hughes happy? He's like, look, I don't know if we can. Of course, I didn't even record the episode yet. He's like, I don't even know if we can do that yet. But 2 years in the making, man, I see the tweet. I say, you know what, I'm shooting my shot. He agrees. I send you the video that we did. Shout out to my man Melvin, who here doing video for us now at DOAP Media.
Yep.
He did the mailbag episode for us again. Shot the DM to him. He say, hey, right on, where y'all record at. And from there, we set it up, man. So, again, huge opportunity for us. We appreciate you being gracious enough to do that, man, and giving us that opportunity back. So, forever indebted, man.
That's what it is, man. The opportunity, man, you got to take advantage of it.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying? You never know if it's really real, right? But if somebody trying to throw something out there,
Hey, look,
Pick it up, see what it is.
Because I don't know how many replies I was gonna have to send to get my to get my tweet seen. But look, it was gonna be me tweeting at every and anybody. Hey, look, tag Larry Hughes, tag Larry Hughes, tag Larry Hughes. So we avoided the extremes, but we made it happen, man. So we definitely appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, so look, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the Price Check Podcast. This is kicking off the next NBA season for us. So, of course, a big season in the NBA, 75th anniversary. So we got a lot more to come, a lot more, that we'll be talking about here over the next couple of weeks, but wanted to kick it off right. So until next time, this is Price Check here on the In the Zone Network. Checking out.